justice and loss is something that you once said to me, that these are the things that are interesting to you. And I'm wondering, on sort of a personal psychic level, is there a toll for that, of taking this on and taking it apart and putting it back together again in a way to help other people understand?
Well, I mean, maybe now we should say something about art. You know, this is a skill set that I've developed over time, over a long time. You know, acting is actually being somebody who you are not. One of the skill sets is developing an emotional capacity. So as an artist, the reason I decided, it wasn't really specifically about race. It was just on the road to search for American character. I just wanted to use my tape recorder then, and now I can have a camera tape recorder to get close to strangers quickly. The great photographer, Mary Ellen Mark, talks about the camera gives her the necessary distance to get close to strangers. So I'm always trying to close that gap. I'm always trying to close the gap of myself being alienated from the other. And the further I have to go for the most unlikely person, the better. And, you know, I'm supposed to be able to carry emotions. And, you know, when my career started out, I was lucky if I had a job at all. And it was some little teeny tiny thing that I did on a soap opera or maybe a play. And I didn't really get a workout. So the other thing I was doing in designing this was giving myself an opportunity to have an intellectual and emotional workout. But, you know, along these lines, I just want to read you something that there's a great woman in the theater, and if folks may not know this, it's one reason I want to read it. Kristin Linklater, who trained many people, who then trained people. Her technique of voice, just a very extraordinary human being. And she passed. We've lost her recently. And a friend of mine sent me this as a text. My friend writes, "Of use today," and this is a quote from Kristin Linklater: "The purpose of growing as a human being must be to look at and listen to the whole human condition with increased understanding and compassion. And in the case of the artist, to shed an ever brighter light on the causes of humanity's more egregious errors." And that's from her book, Thoughts on Theater Therapy and the Art of Voice. So, you know, just like a soldier is trained to fight, just like a football player is trained to run down the field, just like a soccer player is trained to do something, just like a dancer is trained to stand on point. And I've worked with the Albin Ailey Dance Company. I know that's not always fun. We're trained to hold very large emotions.